Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 3. Couple things. I'm hoping that this video will show up on the announcements page. I've been having a little trouble with the internet in my building the last couple of days, and things keep kicking in and out. So fingers crossed that this gets done without me having to do it 47 times. A couple things. One, the grades for the introductory unit are in the, if you look under grades, they'll be there. There's the total of 5 points for the introductory unit. There were 4 readings, the syllabus, 2 videos, and the mic done, and then the introductory Padlet, and then the Padlet where you responded to the read like a writer thing. If you did all those, you got 5 points. If you did less than that, the points go down a little bit. If you don't quite understand, what the numbers are, just DM me on Slack and we'll go over it. It's not a problem. So that's that. Second thing, this is a great bunch. You're a really, really good class. I've really been enjoying reading the things on Perusall and the Padlet. Some great conversations, some great senses of humor. Really, really good stuff. Now, I also have to apologize about the Fuku assignment on Perusall. That's totally my fault. I've been doing this assignment for quite a while, and this is the first time I've completely messed it up. So I appreciate my attention being called to it, and it's fixed now. So whatever you did, whether it was just commenting on the Padlet about what the heck is a Fuku anyway, or if you did comments in Perusall, or you want to go back to Perusall to do comments, that's fine. You got a couple of weeks to do it. So it's on me. So everybody's going to get kind of a pretty much a free pass, but do address it somehow or other. So that's Fuku, that's introductory grades. So now we're going to go into week 3. Now, the noise you hear probably is my cat yelling at me. We're still in Unit 1. We're talking about discourse communities. I did want to say this about discourse communities. I think you all have figured it out. The essential things we talk about these days with discourse communities is that there is a common goal, either learning about something or making your profession, getting further in your profession, or bringing awareness to things, right? There's a common goal. And then each discourse community has got its own language, its own jargon, its own lexis, as they say. Other things pertain to, there's sort of, ways of communicating, but John Swale's stuff has been around for quite a while, and it's hasn't proved to be as completely useful as it was at the beginning, but it really made us think about how these individual groups work and how people get to be part of them and how people get excluded from them and what the point of them is anyway. So if you think about your discourse community in terms of what's the goal and what's the language, and then tell us about it, that's what we're going to be doing now. All right, so let me see if I can get the screen to share. Okay. Here we are. Here you all are. Obviously the video, I hope will be here by the time I get it all done. So again, we're still in unit 1. And we are in week 3. Okay, so here's the schedule. It's pretty straightforward. You're going to be telling us what discourse community you want to be want to look at, you want to examine, you want to tell us about on this Padlet, this particular Padlet. Let's see what's going on over here right now. Anybody's up there yet? Yep, Amy's got something up there about physical therapy clinic. Cool. So, and it's great to put a video with it. What we call an artifact. It can be a picture of the gym. It could be the picture of an activity. It could be, I had people do things about, they were doing a cultural group, so they posted pictures of people in particular, I don't want to say costumes, but particular kinds of dress that worked really well, like that community was known for, and that they used to celebrate their community identity. So that's what you put up there for that. Okay. And once you get going on that, we start getting a feel for it and comment on it, people. There'll be people, there are, you can talk about anything. Give people suggestions, things they might have thought about, or just say that's cool, anything like that. So once you get that done, the next thing you'll do is to go over to our Google Drive. Now I'll put a link in here to the drive, the class drive. So in this one, in unit 1 about words, discourse communities, there's an activity page. Okay, so click on that. This is a visualization exercise activity. I think I mentioned this really early when I was introducing the class. It's about putting us into your discourse community where something is going on. I'll explain this in just a second, but this will guide you through thinking about a time when you were there, when things were happening, when people were talking, when people were meeting. So Linda Berry is an artist. She's complete lunatic. I think you'll like the video. This is something that she wrote about Marley's school diary, and I think people will sort of, you'll see what she's talking about. I really identified with this. It's more interesting to look at birds than to get to school on time. ADHD, I can blame it on that, but it was still more interesting than birds. So here's the YouTube video. Go on to start at 6:41 and stop at 14:05. There's stuff in there you don't need. Right now, she's using the neighbor as a prompt idea, but use your discourse community and a place where they're interacting. Again, with Amy, it's the physical therapy room, right? So you're about to describe the place and the people you're with and what's going on. I'm not going to talk about the activity. I'll let you do it. Amy's already done it. So when you're done, write a paragraph based on the exercise and start with the words I am or it is or whatever. And then go on and show us the scene of people interacting. It doesn't have to be very long. It could be something you use in your essay, or it could be just something to get you thinking about what you want to put in your essay. And so just add it to the page like she did, right? So that's the activity on that one. And then in peruse, I'll read and annotate shitty first drafts, which a bunch of you probably already have already. And that's the name of the chapter. So that's not me talking, right? And it's just read what it's about. It's about not being afraid to write and writing a really bad first draft. So what I want you to do after that is to write your own shitty first draft and upload it. Here we go back to the drive again. Okay, and upload it right in here in Words, right? So you'll just put your name on it, and upload it into there. Now, it doesn't have to be polished or even finished. My cat's got the zoomies this evening. But there should be at least half of it finished so we can get a good sense of what you're trying to do. At the very bottom of it, leave me and us a memo, a note that talks about these things, what you're trying to accomplish, what you wanted us to see, what you think you did well, what you think you'd like some help figuring out if it's working. We will be using these as quote unquote peer review. I hate that term, but we'll be workshopping it, which is my term. We working writers talk about workshopping. So we are going to be workshopping these, giving each other some feedback. We'll talk about how to do that next week. There's an article in Perusal about how to give really meaningful, positive feedback. Now he's stealing my pencil. And so we'll be working with that next week. So bottom line for this week, tell us what discourse community you're going to write about, and then everybody can comment on it, do the activity, and then write a rough draft. Now, if you go back to the assignment page, this will give you, if you're still kind of struggling about what you want to write or how you're going to approach this, just go back to the activity page and this should help. Yeah. All right, kind of language you can use, some things you can put in there. I don't know what he's doing, but he's destroying the desk. Okay, and you can write anything you want to in any kind of language that you want to, as long as I can read it. It's mostly in English. I can figure out what's going on. That's fine. And it's not a research report. It's your activity, right? So these are, and it needs to make a point. Tell us why you're telling us about that community. Like Diaz's point about Fuku is that it sort of helps define that community, that the VR. Latifah's point is that language matters. Perry Kloss makes the argument about, being a paid part of a profession. If you can only be part of it if you know the language. Jamil Lysakott's video talks about the same thing, and Hassan talks about the power of words and culture. So make sure yours kind of makes a point. It doesn't have to beat us over the head with it, but it should be in there. And then here's what you'll be graded on. And the length is about 1,000 words. So, and again, these are just some ideas. Okay, here's some ideas to get you going again. So there's a lot of information on the assignment page, which is back. Right, Unit 1 assignment sheet, right? So you can always lean on that to help you out. So I'm going to unshare. So Padlet about your discourse community as a picture or video or something. Comment on each other's, you know, give them some feedback on it. Do the Linda Berry activity in the Google Drive Unit 1 folder. And then write a read sheet first drafts and peruse all and annotate it. And then write your own SFD and put it in the drive. And that will be it. And then next week we'll workshop them together. So I hope that all makes sense. If anybody's got problems, again, questions, DM me. I'm getting a lot of good conversations going on Slack, and I'm glad people are finding it useful. So with that, I will stop the recording and post this for you and see you online.